Well, good afternoon and welcome to PV Talks, where a community comes to converse, connect, and more importantly, grow together. I'm Steve Brissetti, your host for today, and with me in the studio is Miss Stacy Bristow, Director of Development Services, right?
Yes, that is it.
Welcome, Stacy.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So share with us, what is a day in the life of a Director of Development Services?
Well, 2 words, awesome and exhausting.
Oh, there you go. I like that.
No, it's wonderful. It's busy. We have an opportunity to serve the community in so many different ways. So everything from looking at projects, something from somebody wants to re-roof their house, to a large developer coming into looking at doing a project, to small permits. People come into our counter. We serve the Planning and Zoning Commission. We serve the City Council or the Town Council. So we do a lot of in-house trainings. I probably have 15 meetings a day.
Wow.
And at least, yes.
Wow.
I think.
Does this count as one?
No, actually, it doesn't.
Oh, okay.
This is my break. Actually, staff knows on my break right now.
Thank you for sharing your break with us.
Yes, absolutely. But it's great. We have 3 different divisions. And so we have engineering, and then we have building, and then we have planning. So we're doing things like long-range planning, looking at, design guidelines and, signage and, how things should lay out in the community and what that looks like. We support the YCCA group. They're amazing. And,
Contract
construction
Association,
community.
right? Yes.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sandy's amazing. And
she is awesome.
Yeah. So it's a great group of individuals. We meet with them bi-monthly to share, things that are going on, long range, short range, building code updates, those kinds of things. We collaborate with different agencies and different departments, whether it's Parks and Rec or CAFMA, which, by the way, they are now nationally accredited. So go CAFMA.
Congratulations.
I know. That was amazing. It's such a heavy lift.
On fire.
Oh, great pun.
Like
well
that, huh?
done. Yeah. But people don't know what a heavy lift that is. But speaking to that, that's something actually we're looking into as well. So going after a building accreditation. So we're contemplating that as well. So we might as well be the best of the best.
Absolutely.
I mean, apparently we already are. That's what I've been told. And now working there, I see that we are. So I think we need to follow up and put a accreditation to that.
So you're new to the scene, new to Prescott Valley, new to the town as well.
Yes.
A breath of fresh air.
Thank you.
What are you working on right now that you can talk about? Like a project, someone kicking tires or looking at us, or things like, see that vacant piece of land right there? There might be something there in a few years.
Well, out of respect for people who have an interest, I want to keep that confidentiality because we still flush things out. Mm-hmm. So we want to give that opportunity to them. So we have various non-cost meetings with individuals and with groups. So people will come in and have a conversation about, hey, we're thinking of doing this. So we want to be mindful of that. So I can't say what's coming. Right. What I can say is right now we have 26 projects in the hopper.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
And probably about a dozen that are having conversations with us about potential project ideas. Some are super cool and creative. And we're having a lot of conversations with them about what's innovative, outdoor space. How can we make this even more beautiful, amazing, interesting, that serves the community and what the community has asked us for, what that looks like, as well as, sales tax revenues and, and the aesthetics of the buildings. All of those things matter. So those are the things we look at. So from a project perspective, we're doing well. We're not on fire. We're not slow, but we're in a good pace right now is what I would say. You're
moving forward, right?
Yes. A lot of good projects. For example, Legato is probably going to be, we're looking at July.
Pop. That is going to pop big time.
We're looking at July. We have something called temporary certificates of occupancy. So as they slowly open up, we're going to be able to have them have occupancy. So July and I think September, some of their dates, roughly. Don't quote me on that. So a couple of new businesses that have opened up, but every day we're doing those things. We've got over 3,000 applications that came in this past year. We've had, over 70 certificates of occupancy that came in, which is one of my favorite because that means people are either getting in a home or a business gets to open and you get to do a ribbon cutting.
Exactly. I love ribbon cuttings.
I know. I need to go to one.
I feel like
I see them walk in the door excited and then they get their certificate and then we move on to another project and I don't get to see the amazing.
That you should see the end result because quite frankly, that's when the whole family, the whole community comes together. Because it's not just a husband and wife with a business. It's their kids. It's their parents or in-laws. It's really a whole invested event.
Yeah, it would be amazing. So we're working on all kinds of things. I would say one of the cool things that we're working on right now is we just developed our 3-year long-range planning strategic plan. So those are things like specific plans and areas, overlay districts, maybe parking overlays, potential parking reduction, maybe, kind of depends. We have to assess those, design guidelines. There's all kinds of things that come along. Wildlife corridor.
Oh, yes.
So yes, I know we're excited about that.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to get some pictures when they're out here. And so that's a 3-year process. It's an ambitious plan. We're looking to do a lot of it in-house versus outside consulting. We always want to be mindful to the community's funds and the town's budget.
Taxpayers' dollars.
Of course. Yep. And so what can we do in-house? Because we have a really talented team. My planners are amazing. John, Chris, and Brittany, and myself to some degree. So I think
you are amazing. I mean, don't sell yourself short. You are truly something special.
Thank you. So we're going to tackle a lot of that in-house so that we can, save those funds and be mindful and do a lot of community outreach for those projects. So that's kind of one, potentially the building accreditation. We just set up our 2026 goals and expectations for the department. And one of the things I think is very fun, it's all about the culture. And I think that's more important almost than anything. Like, what is the vibe? How do we feel? Is it a safe environment? Is it supportive? So we have a service philosophy of being efficient, solution-orientated, and friendly. And we sort of defined what friendly meant. And then we set a culture. So my culture, number one, is massive kindness, no matter what. And being accountable.
Massive kindness.
Massive, right?
I like that.
Not just kindness, but massive kindness.
Go big.
Well, and, it's sort of like, someone says, yeah, I think I was kind today. I'm like, well, bet we could be a little kinder. And how does that look? Maybe having some fun. It's okay that we laugh and have some fun. Creativity and innovation. As you know, I have a master's in innovation. So that's really important to me. Where can we be really creative? The community has a lot of good ideas. Staff has good ideas. That sort of open, safe, trusting space where people can, collaborate and talk about like, hey, could this work differently? And how does that work? Where can we be more efficient? But having that space to do all of those things is really important to me. So
you truly have a plan and a vision how to take that department to the next level. Next 2 levels, I should say.
Yes.
Is massive kindness, does that constitute cheesecake making?
It does.
Okay.
Oh, you remember that. I love that.
Do,
yes.
yeah.
I have to perfect that still. But yes, I do. I don't know if I should say reward with food. That's probably not good. There's probably a few books on that say that I shouldn't do that. But, sometimes it's just,
whatever works, though, right?
Yeah, it's a fun thing. Just, I have that mom inside of me. So that's sort of caring, like cooking is sort of how I express gratitude and
it's therapeutic
kindness.
too, isn't it?
It is like gardening. It's like a meditation and they love it. And sometimes I let them pick the cheesecake. I let them pick. So I let them pick less now because that took me a whole weekend to cook, but I'll do it again for them if they want. Yeah.
Speaking about timelines from start to finish, what's the typical timeline for a project to come to fruition?
Great question, but broad question.
Okay.
So it depends on the project. There's probably 100 variables in that question that you asked. We do now have established timelines on the website, which we didn't have before. So now there's certainty at least. So anybody could go online and look and say, oh, it's going to take 2 weeks for this type of small commercial project for a first round review. Oh, it's going to take X amount of time through engineering. Oh, it's going to take. So at least now there's certainty. And then we have goal timelines. So the idea is here's where we are today based on staffing capacity, et cetera. And then here's the goal we're trying to get to because we're always looking for a percentage of improvement. We have KPIs attached to each of those. So as we look at those, we'll try to improve those. And there's various ways we can do that. So hard question to answer. But what we did do, which is also posted on our website that I was really excited about, we did it in January, is we have expedited and fast tracking. So for certain projects that are eligible, time is money. I think I've heard that once or twice in my life, right? And so if somebody is eligible, they could actually expedite their projects much quicker, or they can fast track. Fast track would be more an inside process, or if we have that capacity and ability. There is a little cost associated with that to do that. And then the expedited would be third-party plan reviews. So we have those offerings. We've done like 7 projects now that way that were very successful. People were really excited. They're like, wow, you did that in a day. We can't do that every day for every project, but there are a lot of times where we can do those kinds of things.
There's some home runs you can hit, right?
Totally.
Yeah.
So, and staff gets very excited about that. They're like, look what we did. And, then the person's like, this is amazing. I was going to go on vacation, but now I guess I have to open my business because you turned it around almost too quick.
Too quick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop moving quickly.
Yeah. So there's, those kinds of things that are happening. Yeah.
So your background, because you're new to Prescott Valley.
Yes.
Where were you from recently?
So I've had 6 years in Arizona. I was from California. Don't hold that against me.
No, that's okay. We're used to it.
I call myself a Calazonian because I'm sort of California, sort of Arizona. So I'm near Scottsdale. We have a place down there. And then I came up here to do an interim position back in September when the former director had retired and the deputy director. And so I was asked to come up here. I wasn't working full time. I did about 6 years of consulting, government consulting, and across the country. About 35 different organizations I got to work with. So that was really fun. Yeah. Give me a unique perspective.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Small
Different
jurisdictions,
cultures.
large. Yeah. But it gives me, a lot of ideas and ways to think about things.
I think it makes you more adaptable that way too.
Yeah. And it was wonderful. And I love it. And I love the organization. And so I came up here and they went through a recruitment process. And, in the end, beyond the fact that I fell in love with the staff first. So they're my number one. They're like my new tribe. They're amazing. Gilbert's awesome to work with. The leadership he's created there is fantastic. And so that matters to me. I didn't actually think I was going to come back to work full time and out of retirement. I've been retired for a while or semi-retired. And so fell in love with the organization second, and then the community members and the town. I'm like, wow, this is a beautiful area.
And your team?
Well, my team came first.
Okay.
Totally. Yeah. They were first. And so, in the end, Gilbert's like, we'd love you to stay. And so, we negotiated through it all and it worked out. So I'm here. And now I have an apartment and I'm actually real. Like I have residency here. Yes. I haven't tried all the restaurants.
Suitcase, right?
Yeah.
You're unpacked.
Yeah. I'm unpacked.
Have you hung up artwork yet?
I have.
Oh, that's a clear sign you're home.
Yes. I love art. I ran an art program back in the day. And so
Did you really?
I'm very passionate about art. I know when people come in with applications, I'm always talking about, mitigation efforts, for conservation for water and environmental impacts. And then I jump right to innovation in art.
I like the Impressionists. I like them a lot.
Yeah. There's a lot of good stuff. Yeah. I went to Monet's Gardens. Have you ever been?
I did actually. Yeah. I did the immersion center thing too.
Yes.
That was pretty cool.
Yes. That's
like the one art I think I can kind of do. Just throw it up on a wall, all different colors, all that kind of mix in.
That speaks to your personality, Steve. Just a little bit.
I can't just draw like a house, or a dog. I got to just throw it up there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, good stuff. Yeah. But we're doing a lot of really good things.
Sounds like it.
Laundry list of things that I could talk about. We have our new technology that we're getting ready to implement. We're going to do the migration to the cloud. So we have an online permitting system that's a bit of a Band-Aid, but it's working and it's, 100% better than what we had, but this will be on steroids. No system's going to be perfect. I don't want to say that, just like humans, we all have our uniqueness, but it'll be an amazing system that will work.
Better than before, basically.
Yeah, significantly so, internally and externally. My staff, I think it'll affect probably more than even the external because there's just so much behind the scenes things we have to do to make it seem like it's seamless for our customers and our community. So we're really looking forward to it. We need to get, just not from a competitive perspective, but just to be efficient. It is our job in government to make it the most efficient, the most effective, and an amazing experience all the way around. And so technology is one of those huge pieces. So I'm excited about that.
One thing I when I first met you, I liked from the start, you took the time to get to know the people. You took the time to interview, talk to, meet with all, not just the business leaders, but the community leaders, the department heads. You seem like you like people. That's not a bad thing. You just seem like you're a people person.
I am. And all people, I don't even mind when there's some spiciness to it too, because everybody has their opinion and, they have different optics and that's important to understand too. Right. And so thank you. Yeah. I tend to be, I don't come in with all the answers. I don't know what I don't know.
You don't seem like that at all. No. You're more like a sponge, so to speak. You want to get the information, process it, think about it analytically, and then decide from there.
Yeah. I can't create these strategic plans or come up with all this unless I understand where everybody's coming from. So the community perspective was important.
You like to collaborate, it seems.
Yeah,
you like to buy in.
I do. I like the big table, like the round table, right? I want the round table.
Such as this.
Yeah, exactly. Well done. Yeah.
King Arthur's table, the round table. Yeah.
We do that quite a bit. I tend to be an over communicator. I tend to collaborate a significant amount, more so than maybe some others. I don't know, but it's just more my personality style. So
it works for you.
Yeah, it does.
Keep doing it. Not that you need my approval, but keep doing it.
Yeah. Well, I think the team, my staff is amazing. And I think now they have the opportunity to have their voice and understand their voice, and really they have the freedom and the confidence and the trust to sort of really dig in and do all those creative things that they, have the talent to do and want to do.
Mm-hmm.
So we do a lot of in-house trainings. We just finished an innovation training with my team, and that was awesome.
Because you got your master's in innovation.
I know. Well, I ran innovation teams before that, but it's very cool. So we're going to be experimenting with a couple things. So I am one of those people. Don't listen to this, Ivan. He's our town attorney. I like to take a little bit of a risk, and just push the envelope on a few things and, test the waters and see how things work.
You have to, honestly.
Because how do you, you don't know unless we want to push the envelope and try some things out. So we're doing those things.
Carefully, right?
Strategically, thoughtfully, mindfully.
There you go.
Innovation.
Inclusive, too.
Yes, very inclusive. Absolutely. Yeah.
So I have a couple of questions about you, your personality. There's no right or wrong answer. Just trying to gauge you.
Okay.
If you had the skill set to either speak every language or play every musical instrument, which one would you choose and why? Oh,
well, good question. I tried to play clarinet when I was young, and it was determined I should never play an instrument again in my life. So that's out.
Okay.
I definitely speak every language. Yeah, hands down. But I would want to speak it, be able to read it, be able to write it, understand it, and then teach it.
Oh, there you go.
So, next level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Because everybody does speak a different language. Mm-hmm. So I think it's really cool that you brought that up. We did a training recently, and it spoke to not just our personality styles, but how to speak someone else's language based on their personality style.
Plus, you learn a culture too. You learn where they come from.
Because everybody, sometimes like, well, they're difficult to talk to. It's like, well, no, they just speak a different language. They're someone who is super analytical and wants to get into the details, and they need to think through that and then speak to you. And it might take 20 minutes, but that doesn't mean they're better or worse communicators. They just communicate differently. So if your style is the opposite, you have to think about, I need to make sure I give them the time and space to communicate the way they need to get their message to me. Even if it's something I'd rather have the cliff notes.
Right.
And I have 2 minutes. So
like you have your notes right there.
I do, just in case.
And you did not refer to them once, mind you.
Well, so far.
So far, so good.
Yeah, so far.
Okay.
But yeah, really good training stuff. So
good. Remember the Johnny Carson show?
I do.
Then you're like, da, 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 da. That's Johnny Carson, right? You always heard it late at night. That's his theme song. What would be your theme song?
Can I have a few?
You can have a few. I have a few too.
Oh, you do? Okay.
I do.
We Are the Champions.
Okay.
Just because it's a we and everything is team. So I think that's one of them. I love Eye of the Tiger. It's one of my go-to songs.
I hear that. Okay.
More theme songs. I know that probably my mother and a variety of people, my son and my man, are all probably listening to this, thinking of songs right now that I should be saying. Those are the ones that come to mind. Anything by Cher, of course. I think she's amazing.
I could turn back time.
Exactly, right? Yeah, no regrets though. I think probably those two. I can't think of anything else right now.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it depends if I'm working out or where my headspace is at. But yeah.
Well, like your go-to song in the morning to get you going, what would it be?
Well, actually, I listen to, it's the devotional songs.
Okay.
So that's my go-to in the morning. Okay. So I wake up with that.
Nice.
From a music perspective, I don't know. Beyond that, I don't know.
See, I have two.
Okay. Maybe I'll borrow yours.
I have Red Hot Chili Peppers, Can't Stop.
Oh, that's good.
Yep.
Okay.
Eminem's Lose Yourself.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
That gets me going. Yeah.
Okay. I have a CD in my car that has like 25 of my favorite songs, and I usually just sort of pop that in and,
Good for you.
Yeah.
Nice.
I used to own a Mustang, and so for a while it was Mustang Sally.
Mustang Sally.
Kind of depends. I don't know. I called it Mustang Stacy, but yeah.
That works too, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
And speaking about cars, if you could be any kind of car, what would you be and why?
You're hysterical with these. This is so funny. No wonder you didn't send me any questions in advance.
Mm-mm.
I could be any car and why. I probably would be a 4-wheel drive with mud tires that was luxury on the inside. So I want Lexus Cadillac on the inside of the car with my sunroof, and then I want mud tires 4-wheel drive with a big grill on the front and a winch on the back.
Folks, you just described yourself right there. That's you to a nutshell, right?
Yeah, that would be me. It serves all purposes. Yeah.
So, Stacey, any parting comments you want to share with the audience before we go?
Only that I'm very humbled and grateful to be a part of the town and community. I'm so glad that they saw what, I hope is a spark in me to want to be here and to want to serve. So I'm grateful to Gilbert. I'm grateful for the town council. I'm grateful for my team. And it's a wonderful community. People just say that like, oh, she's just saying that. But I wouldn't be here if it wasn't. I didn't have to come back to work.
Right.
I wanted to, and I wanted to work in the right space. And so I hadn't found that in a very long time. So it's a special place in a lot of different ways. You all have a really great vibe here. And I'm just glad to be a part of it. And I'm hoping that I can elevate that vibe in any way I can.
Well, we're lucky to have you, and we hope you stick around for a long time.
Thank you.
Stacy Bristol, Director of Developmental Services.
Developmental?
I did that before.
It's a mindset, right? It's all about
Development
mindset.
Services.
Awesome.
Thanks, Stacy.
Thanks, Steve. Appreciate it.
Well, folks, until next time, continue shopping local and stay inspired, Prescott Valley. I'm Steve Brissetti for PV Talks.